Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Harmony 1 price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Harmony 1 chart, which at the time of this recording is holding above the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as support. And the next key area of resistance that I'm watching is the area at around the $0.02166 mark. We have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, where we had been seeing a bit of a breakdown to the lower side in the formation of these larger Elliot wave count 2, and we have managed to get into the minimum retracement area, which is within this yellow target area down here, which lies between the $0.01977 mark and the $0.01381 mark, in a move that has now given us a low at around the $0.01485 mark. And at the time of this recording, we are seeing a bit of a bounce to the upper side in a move that has now given us a break above the 20-day MA, in what could be the start of an impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of these higher Elliott wave count 2. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also sketch out my target areas to the upper side in the formation of these wave 3, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to first give you a recap of what has been happening, where you can see that after making our low down there at around the $0.009 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upper side, obeying the Elliott wave structures, having the wave 1 giving us a peak at around the $0.02989 mark. And after seeing the formation of that wave 1, whatever we expected next was a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of these larger Elliott wave count 2, and using the Fibonacci's connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, I was able to come up with a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78, which is a target area that we have almost fully maximized, and there are chances that we might have bottomed out in the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 2. And to also support that movement to the lower side, and also having seen the low for that higher Elliott wave count 2, I have this ABC corrective structure that we also expected to see in the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 2, having the wave C giving us the low for that second wave. And I believe the target areas to the lower side in the formation of that wave C has been fully maximized, and that fully supports the chances of having bottomed out in the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 2, and to get to see whether the wave C has done the minimum that we expected it to do by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the high of that wave A to the low of that wave A, then dragging the fibs to the high of that wave B. You can see that my target area to the lower side in the formation of that wave C was at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.01632 mark, which is a target area that we have fully maximized. And after fully maximizing that fully supports the chances of having bottomed out in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2. And I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of an impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and sketching out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.04761 mark, and that is the minimum that we can expect that higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side to do. And because the higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side is an impulsive wave, we also expect to see a 5-wave structure in formation within the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 3, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target areas to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and also giving us the high for that wave 3. And I believe we are seeing such a scenario on the 1-hour chart, where we can count that is a microwave within the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 3. And zooming in so that you can see that better, you can see that after making our low in the formation of that higher Elliott wave count 2, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side. And by first giving you a measure from this low in the formation of this wave 2, you can see that the market is up by more than 32.37%, which is a very nice bounce to the upper side. And drawing out the Elliott wave structure, which is a microwave within the formation of that larger Elliott wave count 3, we can have this as the first wave to the upper side, giving us a peak at around the $0.01857 mark. Then we saw a corrective structure in the formation of that wave 2, and I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of an impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of that wave 3 before we can see a wave 4, then continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side, and sketching out a target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.02313 mark. So there are chances that as long as we are holding above the 20-day MA here on the 1 hour chart and also on the 4 hour chart, we have massive room for us to continue gearing up, get to our next key area of resistance at around the $0.02166 mark. And the moment we manage to break above that key area of resistance, then I'll be watching for a retest, and once the retest is in and a success, then we can fully maximize our target area at around the $0.02313 mark in the formation of that wave 3. And once we fully maximize that target area, then we can expect a bit of a pullback in the formation of that wave 4, then continue gearing up in the formation of that wave 5 to complete an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that larger Elliot wave count 3 that I have shown you here on the 4 hour chart. So that is what I'm expecting here on the Harmony 1 chart on the short-term scenarios. And before I give you the long-term scenarios that I'm expecting to play out, we can first take a look at the indicators, where on the RSI you can see that we are trading at around the 66 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to fully support higher prices in the formation of that wave 3. Also taking a look at the MACD, we have been able to print a bullish cross fully supporting higher prices. And jumping to the daily chart to give you what I'm expecting on the long-term scenarios, basing it on the Elliott wave structures. Here on the daily chart you can see that Harmony 1, from these low prices that we had been trading within, we saw that massive bounce to the upper side, seeing the all-time high at around the $0.39 mark in what I'm terming is that first wave to the upper side. And after seeing the all-time high, we started the bear market where we had been seeing lower prices in this ABC corrective structure in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.009 mark in what I'm terming is the low for that higher Elliott wave count 2. And after seeing the low for that second wave, whatever we expect on the long-term scenarios is the start of an impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of that wave 3, where I have minimum target areas, and that is at around the $0.61746 mark, and that is the minimum that we can expect these higher Elliott wave count 3 to the upper side to do. So that is what I'm expecting here on the long-term scenarios and also on the short-term scenarios, and let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.